Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another drive along here. Another drive along. Ooh, the leaves are falling, especially in my front yard. The two trees that I have in my front yard, the leaves start falling like crazy. So I know spring is hopefully just around the corner. But when I look around, I see all these almost look like dead trees because they barely have any leaves on them, um, because of the winter storm. But I think most of the plants will survive. A lot of my plants, they look like they're dying, but they're growing little buds, little leaf buds, little leaflet start to grow. So I'm hopeful they'll survive. They just need some warmth and some sun, and they should come back again, come back alive, be green again. Hopefully, hopefully it's not too late. Anyways, I'm headed back to Harbor Freight. This is the last day of the freebie that I'm looking for. So gonna go and probably get me tinted safety glasses. I already got like 1, 2, 3 pairs, but glasses, man, they just gone, sold out. Hopefully it's still there. I was there yesterday. It seems like they have it. If they don't have that, then I'll get something else. Probably an extra pair of gloves, maybe. I wish I had the 20% off, but it is what it is. I'm talking about like those leather work gloves, not the latex gloves or nitrile gloves or any of those disposable gloves. They just don't have. They have the smaller, like maybe 10 pack, 5 pack, but yeah, that's about it. They don't have anything other than that. I'm not gonna make this light. Not gonna make this light. Anyway, so that's what I got going on today, and I'm gonna get that freebie flashlight. So I was able to get 3 or 4 flashlights. Basically, whatever I threw away, I'm replacing. Um, so during not the pandemic, we're still in a pandemic, by the way, but also the blackout, the rolling blackouts or brownouts during the winter storm in Texas. I started looking for all those freebie flashlights. 4 of them, probably out of the 10 I have, I had 14, I guess. So out of 14, 4 of them were duds. They no longer worked, and 10 of them worked. So I had them kind of all over the house while we were in the dark for just 2 hours. But I didn't know we were going to be out for 2 hours. You never know, because I was hearing reports people were out of power for days, days. And the winter storm only lasted about 4 days, 4 to 5 days. Oh, about a week. But just being out of power for the first 2 days of the winter storm was the worst time to be out of power. So, um, yeah, when I come back home, I'll be trimming the grass. It may or may not rain. It's overcast today, cloudy, kind of windy as well. So I don't really like riding my bike in these conditions. But man, the leaves are out. The leaves are falling so much; it's just covering the ground. I gotta cut my well, I gotta mulch. I mulch it. I don't really bag it. I mulch like every other day or every third day. I have to mulch the yard, especially the front yard. I'm not worried about the rest of the yard, although I do have to cut the backyard. I finally see grass growing. Finally see grass growing out there. Finally see some grass growing out there. I was a little concerned whether the backyard grass would grow or not, but it looks like that's coming back as well. So it looks like that's coming back. So that's good news. So I got to start trimming the backyard, just cut it down so I can make way for the new growth of grass. Everything's like dead in the backyard. It's all brown and shriveled up. Obviously froze. It froze. So I like to say everything's almost getting back to normal, but it's also not getting back to normal. It's quite a ways from being back to normal, but it's closer. It's closer. Anyways, it's official. Texas has lifted the COVID restrictions. COVID restrictions. So let's see what Harbor Freight. I think they'll probably still require a mask, which is not a problem. I don't have a problem. I actually think even if it helps just a little bit, no one should be forced to wear a mask. All right. I think every business should decide for themselves how they want to operate their business, and I think every individual should make their own decisions. But I think for the most part, people will you know do whatever it takes to protect themselves, whether they don't want a mask or they do want a mask. Uh, it's kind of ironic. I mean, at first, when the pandemic first started, the media, the doctors, you name it, CDC, Dr. Fauci, they were all saying masks don't help. Masks don't help. It's not necessary. And that was during the beginning of the pandemic a year ago, almost more than a year ago, actually. And I remember these. I saw it on TV. I actually saw the interviews, and they were saying masks don't help. Washing your hands is more effective, and social distance, which is true. But now all of a sudden, mask. Everyone has to wear a mask. Wear a mask. Mask up, mask up. It's kind of weird. A total 180. Total 180. I think what was really happening was there was a lot of panic buying of masks, and the frontline workers were unable to get protective gear because everybody was panic buying. Everybody was panic buying. Countries were panic buying. So China, who manufactures most of those protective gear, they were withholding a lot of those protective gear for themselves during the beginning of the pandemic. So I think that was just a way to prevent people from panic buying protective equipment, protective gear for the coronavirus, the COVID-19. And now it's hard to get disposable gloves. It's not hard to get masks anymore. You can still get masks, but just they're not really protective. They're just face coverings. The debate is out as how effective it helps to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. But I guess if it helps a little, it wouldn't hurt. Would I have someone breathing in front of my face without a mask? I'd prefer someone have a mask next to me than not have a mask next to me. So I don't have a problem wearing one. But I just don't go out. Social distance is probably the most effective prevention measure against COVID-19 or any virus, or disease or whatever, infectious diseases. So that's my ultimate goal. Anyways, so I think today is going to be the last time I'm going to be doing these drive-alongs, because after that I probably won't go out as much. But since I'm out, I might as well make one. Hopefully you enjoy the telemetry data, the picture-in-picture, Google Earth, the speedometers, the elevation, although it doesn't help, the compass on the upper left side. It's actually pretty fun to do once you know how to do it. It actually adds to the driving experience or the driving content, the content I'm making for you or for me. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I will start the time shift hyperlapse. Boop.